Hi guys, how you doing? My name is Crystal. It's a Sunday afternoon. I'm happy to be at home, away from whatever it is that is stalking me, whoever, whatever it is, because I haven't got a clue. Keeping safe, and I've just made myself a lovely cup of coffee in my The Bus mug, the Boss mug, not the bus. Alexa, what's the time, please?
It's 12:36 p.m.
Right. Okay, so let's quickly go through things and then we'll get on with things. So this morning I went into the co-op. The lady behind the desk asked me, "Where are your sons?" I said, "I don't know where my sons are. I'm actually now learning to cope by myself. And I'm happy by myself." That's what I told the lady behind the desk. I'm allowed to do what I want. I'm an adult, I'm a female, and I'm enjoying life by myself in my flat and getting used to it, because there's always been somebody about telling me what to do, and now there isn't. So it takes a while to get used to being on your own completely. So I decided to go out early this morning. I went for a lovely walk, relaxing, nice view, the sun was out. I've been into the co-op, I've spoken to the lady behind the counter, I've had a conversation. I'm in my 50s, I don't go out to nightclubs, I don't go out to clubs, I don't flash off an open top car because I don't own a car. I use my legs, that's why I'm fit for my age, right? Because I walk everywhere. I don't use a car just to go to the shop or down the road. I use my legs. That's what they were made for, walking. Anyway, people that show off, they usually trip over in the streets and embarrass themselves, or their car breaks down and they have to get another one. Doesn't really bother me. Not interested in show-offs, not interested in cars, not interested in people's bling. I'm here on this planet for a very short time, and I'm here to get my point across and to be somebody, not a wanker showing off what I've got. Basically. So, it's lunchtime. So what are we cooking? Well, we went to the co-op to get a microwave meal for one. This is sweet and sour chicken with egg fried rice from the co-op. Microwave from chilled for approximately 7 minutes in an 800 watt microwave. Stir halfway through and stand for a minute. So my microwave meal has been standing for a minute. The allergens are milk, sesame, egg, soya, wheat, 400 grams, chicken pieces with red and yellow peppers, and pineapple in a sweet and sour sauce with egg fried rice. So I put it on a small plate. I put this on a small plate, so it's in danger of the sauce falling on the floor, but you get the basic gist of what it is. Chicken with egg fried rice, vegetables in it, vegetable pieces. I can see peas there. Peas, egg fried rice, chicken, sweet and sour sauce. So after I get off this video, I'm going to eat that. So I've got my lunch. Right? I'm happy with who I am. I'm happy with what I look like. I'm happy in the era I'm living in. I don't need anybody interfering, being a nuisance, trying to spoil things. You are not going to get rude photographs, whatever you do, right? You're not going to get any money because I haven't got any, right? So get on your merry way and bog off somewhere else. Why don't you go to a shop where you can buy one and get one free, you skinflint? So in my flat, relaxing, watching YouTube videos. He's out upstairs. I've got no kids running around the ceiling. I should be left alone, right, to do what I want in peace and quiet. No, we've got some idiot texting, sending me pictures of a grey-haired old man with glasses. I go in the co-op, have you found a sexy man yet? And I get sent a picture of a grey-haired old man with glasses. My mum said she watched Strictly last night. I don't watch Strictly Come Dancing, I watch horror films. So I was watching things to do with Ouija boards, and vampire films, you know. I wasn't watching Strictly Come Dancing last night, that's not my cup of tea. I noticed Les Dennis was on that and he got voted out. Les Dennis. Never been interested in that. Strictly Come Dancing has been on for years. It was aired first in 2004. I was living in a women's refuge in 2005. I was moved on to second stage housing in 2005 later on. I don't like remembering 2004, 5 and 6 right up to 2008. People know that for obvious reasons. Because I left my ex-husband, we got divorced, I was put in a women's refuge in Gloucestershire for 6 months, where a nice female hunchback, a hunchback lady, was my worker. So she had a hunchback, very nice lady, dealt with me for 6 months when I was pregnant in a women's refuge in Gloucestershire. She was called Mary, and she was a hunchback. And she was my worker for 6 months. She was a very nice lady. And, you know, but I've told you, it appears that my life is like a sitcom, television, Big Brother episode every day of my life, right? Just tip my coffee over, Max. Just jumped into the coffee. It's not hot, it's lukewarm. Just jumped into my coffee cup. So I was in a women's refuge for 6 months. Mary was my worker. She was a hunchback. It was a very nasty place and I wanted to get out of it. I was missing my children. Anyone that I was put in a women's refuge pregnant without my 3 other children. And I didn't want to give birth to my baby in a women's refuge, so I kept going up to the desk and saying, please, I didn't want to be put in a women's refuge. I wanted to be put in a flat because I wanted to give birth to my baby in my own accommodation. I didn't ask to be put in a women's refuge. I was forced into one. I asked to be put into my own accommodation. These women in there bullied me every day I was in there. It wasn't a very nice experience. So I was put into second stage housing, which is accommodation where you are allowed to be by yourself, but you've got workers on hand if you need them, but they were never any help to me at all. There was no need for me to go into a women's refuge. I went to Herbert Warehouse, the docks in Gloucestershire. I was homeless, I was pregnant, I wanted to be put into my own accommodation, but they said, they questioned me and said where I was living before, what was it like, and I said, well, the guy was a bit aggressive. So they said, well, I think we'll put you in a women's refuge. In Western Road in Gloucester it was. And it was horrible. It was the most horrible experience I've ever experienced. I didn't like it at all. And when I was put into second stage housing, these women kept harassing and bullying me, and they seemed like they was taking the piss. They were smoking Golden Virginia like my father Derek used to smoke Golden Virginia roll-ups. Smoking. Remarking on my appearance and shit. And I was trying to, it's similar to this but worse. It was actually worse. So I remember watching Strictly Come Dancing in 2005, and I used to like stay up in this safe house accommodation till 11 o'clock at night, afraid to go to sleep, because I was forced to live on my own. I never wanted to end up being like this, it's just happened. And I just feel that since I left my ex-husband, my whole life has felt like Big Brother, some stupid sitcom, like someone wants to observe what I'm doing and steal all my ideas out of my head and fucking leave me penniless with nothing, and it's not a very nice feeling. So I'll tell you what's happened. The person's doing this to me is very cruel. So I told you what happened when I went into co-op. I was asked where my sons were. So a white car, open top, has got two blokes in it with their girlfriends zooming down Corrie's Road just now. The big girl on the corner had an Ocado delivery, and it was a young man that delivered food to her. And I was asked, have I got a sexy young man yet? So the big girl over the road has had a young man get out of a Ocado lorry and give her food, bags of food. I'll show you what I get sent to photograph of. So I don't know if anyone knows this guy, but somebody is stealing other people's photos and pretending they're a man. So this has been screenshotted off of someone's photo album. So that's my sexy man, is it? He's called Dave. When you go into this photo, he sent me a photo. That's a blurry picture. That's someone's got a camera and they've taken a picture of another picture. So they've taken a picture of a phone on a phone. That's what they've done. Or a phone on a computer laptop. They've got a phone and taken a photograph of another photo. So that's what they've done there. That's what they've done there. It's the same person because it's got ha 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 ha. They must have about 1,000 or so SIM cards that they keep changing in their phone. It's annoying, it's irritating. I'm never going to be able to meet someone. I did tell the police this when I rang them up. When I rang them up, I told that young lady over the counter it's someone that is stopping me meet someone. And it's being done on purpose, and then they flash, everything goes down, trying to get sexual bullying me, to try and get me to take my clothes off, and it's not happening, because I've got a feeling that my phone has been hacked into, I've got a feeling that the flat is bugged, and how do you know they're not, I've seen horrific films, right, where somebody's flat has been kitted out with hidden cameras and that they're being televised on the web. So have you seen even, what is it called? There's a comedy film as well where there's the film is that the flat has been set up with cameras and they're watching this woman in her room play with herself. They're watching her play with her genitals and they're watching her have a bath and a shower. They've kitted out the whole flat with hidden cameras before she's moved into this flat. And they're filming everything. They're watching everything. They're watching her go to the toilet, watching her have a shower, watching her lie down, watching everyone that comes into her flat, watching the sex, everything. It's not just a horror film, it can happen in real life, you know. There are perverts out there in council housing and in the police. And if they've got access to your flat and you let them wander around, what is stopping someone putting hidden cameras in someone's flat? Hence how they can listen to what you're saying. And can you explain people wearing the exact same clothes as me? Is it a fetish they've all got? Is it a fetish they've got? They want to wear my coats and my trainers and my jumpers and my t-shirts. Is it some sort of weird fetish that they've all got outside? It's weird to like see a double of yourself walking down the road. It's like you've been cloned or something. So another day by myself in my flat, pottering around, doing what I think I'm doing is private, and then going outside and realise it's not private at all, is it? And then they have the audacity to moan when you stick a camera on them. And they get caught out doing it. How can they moan when they're invading my privacy? Taking the piss and fucking making money out of a disabled, poor, vulnerable woman. Shame on you. See you later.